No, everything rises and falls on leadership. The key to success in any endeavor is the ability to lead others successfully. The ability to lead others successfully, that is the key. That's what that will determine whether you will succeed in that your endeavors. And like I said earlier, everything rises and falls on leadership. The effectiveness of your work, the effectiveness of your business, the effectiveness of your relationship, the effectiveness of your company, the effectiveness of everything you lay your hands on is tied to how successful you are in leading first yourself and others, and also influencing them. So leadership is all about influence. Leadership is all about influence. No, leadership is all about getting people to follow you. Leadership is not all about obtaining a position, obtaining a title. Title helps nobody, position helps nobody. But leadership is your ability to influence others in that your position. So many people, they want position. I want to be the head. Oh, I want to be at the top of this organization. Oh, why can't they make me the head? Why can't I just be the head? I'm telling you, maybe it's because you think you need to be the head before you can influence others, but that is a lie. That is a lie. Because you don't need position to lead. You don't need position to lead. What you need is your ability to influence others. What you need is your ability to touch life positively. And you know what? Position does not make a leader. Position does not. What makes a leader is the ability to influence others. So leadership is all about influence. So we can say that a leader is an influencer. Whenever you are at a stage or you are in a place and you have one or two or three people looking up to you, the good news I have to share with you is you are already a leader. Perhaps you are the firstborn and you have like 2 or 3 other children of the family. They follow you, they look up to you. You're already a leader. As a father, he's already a leader. So whenever you have 1 or 2 or 3 people looking up to you, then you are already a leader. So leadership is your ability to get all of those people to follow you. That reminds me of what John C. Maxwell always said. He said that anybody that thinks he is leading and he has no one following him, the person is just taking a walk. The person is not leading at all. So leadership is your ability to get people to follow you. And I want you to know that people can be influenced positively or negatively. And that's why we have good leaders, those that influence people positively. We also have average leaders, those that influence people in an ineffective good way. They influence them in a good way, but it's not effective, and that's what makes them an average leader. And then we have a third category of leaders, which is bad leaders. So these people, they influence people negatively. Everything they do, everything they say, the way they dress, the way they talk, their values, their belief system, their ideologies influence people negatively. Now the question I have for you today is, are you a good leader? And as a father, are you a good leader? As a mother, are you a good leader? As a firstborn or the first daughter of the family, are you a good leader? You have people under you, your boss at work, are you a good leader? So that's the question I have for you. But the good news is, I want you to know that what we have, the prefix of that category of leaders, is not permanent. I mean, the good, the average, the bad is not permanent. The only thing that is permanent is that leader. You are a leader. You are a leader. But you can be a good leader, you can be an average leader, and you can be a bad leader. And just like I said, that prefix is not permanent, it can change. You can move from being a bad leader to an average leader. You can move from being an average leader to a good leader. There's always room for improvement. So if you take a tour of your life, that will be taking you through this series, and you discover one way or the other you are a bad leader, the good news I have for you is you can change, you can improve to become an average leader, and you can improve from being an average leader to become a good leader. Who is a leader? So a leader is a person who has discovered his purpose. A leader is a person who has discovered his purpose. He has discovered the reason for his existence. He has discovered why he came to be on the earth. So whenever purpose is discovered, a leader is born. And that brings us to this question: are all born leaders? Are all born leaders? Yes, we are all born leaders. Why? Because as soon as a purpose is discovered, a leader is born. And we all are born with one purpose or the other. So you have a purpose. So the fact that you have a reason for existing, that shows that you are born a leader. But not everybody will become that leader that they are born to be. Why? Because many will not seek to discover the reason why they are here on the earth. Many will not seek to discover it. And even those that sought for their purpose, they found it, they discover their purpose. Some, they are not working in it, and that's why they will not become the leader that they are born to be. They will just die as an entity. So we are all born a leader, but the onus is on us to discover our purpose so that we can become the leader that God expected us to be. Now there are some misconceptions that people hold, just like I said earlier, that being in a leadership position, that's what makes one a leader. I'm telling you, that's not. Leadership is not about position. Leadership is influence. Being a father puts that man in a leadership position, but that doesn't make him a good father. It doesn't. So leadership is not about the position. It's not about the position. Being a mother puts that woman in a leadership position, but that one doesn't make her automatically a good mother and hence a good leader. So leadership is not all about the position. Although the position will give you the authority, the position will give you the power, with the position will come some remunerations, will come some honor and the like that will put you in a place that you can influence others better. But that doesn't make a leader. Being in a position doesn't make you a leader. In fact, you know what position will do to you? When you are placed in a position, it will reveal to people whether you are a leader or not. The way your actions while you are in that position, the organization, is the organization moving forward or moving backward? See, when you come to that position, it will reveal to people whether you are really a leader or not. So position will reveal you to you, whether you're a good leader, and that position will also reveal you to those that are following, to those that are watching you. So leadership is not about the position. So and that's why some people, they have some misconception about leadership being a position. People believe that you must be first in a position in order to lead. No, you need not to be the first in order to lead. And that's why people they are organizing coup d'etat in their organization, because they think for them to matter, for them to really fulfill their purpose, they need to be number one. You need not to. Leadership is not all about position. People also believe that they must be in the first position in order to have the power to influence. No, you shouldn't be at the front to influence others. So that's a misconception of the highest order. So leadership is not all about position. So you know what the problem I have with people is that they don't know how to lead as a second in command. They don't know how to be a 360-degree leader, and that's why everybody they are clamoring for the first position. Everybody wants to be heard. Even wives in the house, they say, no, but let me, why is it that you don't always want me to talk? You don't want me to talk. Why? See, the problem is that wife, that woman doesn't know how to lead as a second in command. I'm telling you. They don't know how to influence those that are beneath them in the hierarchy of power, or in the hierarchy as far as position is concerned. They don't know how to lead those that are beneath them, and they don't even know how to lead those that are ahead of them. So as a 360-degree leader, listen to me now. Where you are working, you may not be the boss, but you can influence the boss. You can lead the boss. You may not be the boss, but I'm telling you, you can lead those that are beneath you. Now, let me share with you, how can you become a 360-degree leader? Number one, love those that are ahead of you. Know your boss. Love them genuinely. Love them with the whole of your heart. Love them with all that you've got. Love them. And number two, don't envy them. Don't envy their position. Don't envy their title. Oh, I wish I'm the one in that position. I wish I'm the one leading this organization. Stop wishing. Stop wishing and do what? Cheer those that are those that are ahead of you. Cheer them on. And that's how to lead. Don't be jealous of their position. Don't be jealous of their entitlement. Don't be jealous of the accolade, the praises. Like, why will I be there? I'm the one working, and at the end of the day, the praises and everything will go to the boss and all of that. Don't be jealous of all of those. And now, don't terrorize those that are behind you. You are not the first, and neither are you the last. So you have to lead those that are ahead of you. You love them. You are not envious of them. You are not jealous of them, of their achievements, of the position, all of those. Maybe you are working in an organization and the leader, they brought him to the position and they gave him a complaint car, he complained this and that, and you are like, I wish I'm the one that's... Do what you've got to do. Don't be jealous of the entitlements of those that are ahead of you. Now, don't terrorize those that are beneath you. What you wish those that are ahead of you, what you wish them to do to you, do so to those that are behind you. Have the mind to serve. Have the mind to serve. Have good minds towards them. Don't wish, he should just do wrong so that they can sack him and come into the position. Who does that? Don't do that. That's not how to become a 360-degree leader. But instead, always have good mind, positive mind towards him. Like, I wish we take this. See, what that should occupy your mind is how to fulfill the vision of the company. How can we take this company to the next level? See, whether you are recognized or not, just do what you've got to do. Whatsoever your hands find to do, do it with the whole of your mind. And you know what? If you are in a company and you refuse to be a 360-degree leader, I know you will not be in that company forever. A time will come that you have to start your own company. Yes, that time will come that you will have to start your own company. So when you are working in a company, it is for you to serve others, to use your time to serve them. The money that will come out of it, that's your own reward, so that you can think on how you can set up your own company. So when you refuse to be a 360-degree leader in another man's company, when you set up your own, you will gather a lot of people that will also envy you, they will be jealous of you, they will wish you bad, because that was what you did while you are in your previous company, and that is why you must live your life intentionally as a 360-degree leader. That whatsoever you are doing now in your present organization, you are sowing a seed which you will reap when you start your own organization. So those that are ahead of you, wish them well, wish them good. In fact, pray for them, be for them every time. Always be at the beckon whenever they call. Be available. Support them with your money, support their family too with all that. That's how to be a good leader. That's how to influence people. Be for the vision of the organization. So my advice for you today, before I leave, is strive to be a 360-degree leader. In your community, look around you. Who can I influence? Look into your family. Is there a way I can influence my mother positively? Is there a way I can influence my father positively? How can I influence him? You look at your younger ones. How can I influence this my younger one, this my sister, this my brother? What can I do to make him better? What can I do to make him happy? And that's how you know a leader. Leadership is not about position. Leadership is about influence. So from today, live your life intentionally. If you are listening to me from work or from anywhere you are listening to me, seek to influence people positively. And when you influence them, you are adding value to them. So add value to those that are around you. Add values to your friend, add value to your family, add values to your co-workers, add values to your boss, add values to those that are beneath you, add values to your customers, add values to your friends, add value. Influence people. Influence them. And you can develop that leadership skill. You can say, oh, I don't just have what it takes. I don't have what it takes to influence people. I can't even talk. I can't communicate. I can't see. Leadership skills can be developed. Everybody that are born, they are born as babies. All the great leaders that talk of Nelson Mandela, he was born. Abraham Lincoln, he was also born. But they developed the leadership skill in them. So you too seek to develop the leadership skill in you. You can do it. You are born a leader. Let the real you come outside. Let people feel the real you. In fact, you are born to influence people positively. You are born to make the life of others better. You are born to make the earth a better place for others to live. And that's what leadership is all about. Leadership is all about making life easier for others. Leadership is all about making life easier for others. Leadership is all about providing solutions to people's problems. Leadership is all about changing people's direction. Those that are moving in the negative direction, in the wrong direction, you change their focus to the right direction. That's what leadership is all about. Leadership is all about changing the value systems of people, changing the ideologies of people, and replacing it with what it ought to be. See, leadership is all about causing a change in the life of people. This person is going the wrong way, and you are able to look at that person, you sit him down, and you give him the necessary advice, and you change his direction, and the person begins to make the right choices, the right decisions in life. That's how we know those that are leaders. So make up your mind from today that I will influence those that are around me, those that are ahead of me, those that are behind me. I will influence them positively with all that I have. I will influence them with my time. I will influence them with my words. I will influence them with the money I have. The lame, I will make sure I be the leg to them. Those that have no eye, I will be their eye. Those that have no food to eat, I will give them food to eat.